Justin Bieber, Lady Gaga, and Kesha. These three singers all have a few things in common, but arguably the key factor these three share are their fans. Yes, without a doubt, if these singers would not have their fans, they would be nowhere where they would be at today. Because they would pass out on the floor suffering from heat exhaustion. Yes, you heard me right. Fans today play a vital part in our society. To explore this, we will look at a multitude of fans in my personal interviews with each of them. So, first let's spin on over to my first type of fan, the oscillating fan. Actually, we're going to start with the ceiling fan. In order to conduct the perfect interview with the ceiling fan, I had to go to the local hotspot where all the fans are just hanging around. Menards. I sat down for my interview with Mr. Seeley, and let me tell you something. This fan didn't give me one answer that didn't make me feel like he was looking down on me. Thought he was the king of the world because he could circulate the air in the room so perfectly. Yeah? Well, I got news for you, Mr. Seeley. I can do the same thing. Yeah, that's right. Suck it. Oh, wait. I'm sorry, I forgot. You can't. Now let's move on to my next interview, the oscillating fan. As I sat down for my interview with Mr. Otso, there was one thing that I noticed, and that was that he could not stare at the same spot for more than a second. Talk about ADHD. I thought I had it bad, but this was far worse. I was so worried for Mr. Otso that I even was going to offer him some shiny. Maybe I should just keep my medicine to myself. Now, let's heat things up here a little bit with every fan's arch nemesis, the home space heater. Now, personally, I think that the name says it all, the home space heater. Generally, people turn evil, or in this case, the fan turns evil because it's under a lot of pressure. The home space heater implies that he has to heat up all of space, and space is really big and really cold. It's like never ending and stuff. It's a lot of work. But I think Nelly's song lyrics, "It's getting hot in here, so hot, so take off all your clothes. I am getting so hot that I want to take my clothes off," is a prime example of why the heat is so evil. Because the heat that these things produce makes you want to do absurd things like take off all your clothes. And I am sorry, but I do not care who you are. I do not want to see you with all your clothes off. Please keep them on. I figure I would give Mr. Holmes a chance, though, and sat down for him in an interview and asked him many questions, like, why don't you get along with the other fans? Or what influenced your turn to the dark side to become a heater? And do you feel as if the heaters are just actually good and misunderstood? Or do you feel that you embrace the evil that is heat? And let me tell you something. All I got back from Mr. Holmes was a lot of hot air. Now I can understand why none of the fans never want to deal with it. Have no fear, though, because there's at least one fan far superior to the home heater, and that is, if you can call it a fan, the Dyson Air. Ever since this innovation in fandom has struck the controversy from the very beginning. That controversy being, with its lack of blades, can it truly be considered a fan? I figure I would sit down and ask Mr. Air myself. So, Mr. Air, you've been the cause of quite the controversy lately. Do you think you can truly be classified as a member of the fan family? Let me tell you something. Mr. Air's jaw dropped and formed the perfect O before I could even finish my question. He said nothing, just blew a solid stream of pure, unbuffeted air into my face, and my mind was made up. I now have no doubt that the Dyson Air is truly a member of the fan family. And then I began to think, well, not only is it a member of the fan family, but it's going to be saving body parts everywhere. I know that no matter how old you are, you have that urge to stick your finger through the cage. It's there for a reason, and let's face it, eventually, your finger's going to be gone. With the Dyson Air, you can stick your whole head through it, and your head's still going to be there. Now I hope you understand Blow by Kesha, because this song is not about her partying all the time or going from club to club clubbing or blowing stuff up like most commoners would like to think. Rather, this song is about her thanking all of her fans that blew her to the top where she sits nice and cool today with them, saying, "We are taking over. Get used to it. This place about to blow."